Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be tying this, a UV Frenchie. This fly has been brilliant for me all season, deadly for trout, and I've been trying it out recently for grayling, and it's been extremely successful, so I thought I'd give it a go. Show you all how to tie it and hopefully it'll bring success for you too. Before we get into the tying, I thought we'd talk about the materials I'm going to use today. So in the bobbin we've got some Semperfli fluorescent pink thread in 8/0. We've got some Partridge jig hooks. These are the wide gape SLJ version. That's a size 14 and it's a 3.5mm copper bead on the front. Need some natural pheasant tail. You'll need some UTC Pearl Ice Blue tinsel. You'll need some copper wire, and you'll also need some Semperfli ice dub. I've got this box set here and it's this purple colour that we're going to be using. Let's get to it. So I've got the hook and the vise. Materials are all ready, so let's get started. First thing to do is just secure the thread, and then I'm going to make sure that that bead is firmly locked into place by wrapping. So I've just pushed it forward with my nails, and I've just wrapped a little cone shape behind that bead. And just make sure that bead won't move during the tying process. Lots of people will do it in different ways. This is the way that I like to do it. Next thing to do, take your thread down to the base of your fly. A good thing to remember is always to secure the materials in the order that you're going to wrap them back in reverse. Before I get to anything else, I'm going to put the pheasant tail in. So this is going to act as both my tail and my body material. So I'm just going to take maybe 8 or so fibres, 90 degrees from the stem, and tear them away. Tail length, you're looking for about the shank length. Going to pop that on the hook, pinch and pinch wrap just to secure that right on top of the hook. Then I'm going to wrap 2 or 3 on top just to create a tiny little tag, and then I'm going to fold that pheasant tail material back and put a turn in front. The next material to put in is our UV material. Now, people might think this is a waste of time. I find that the addition of UV can quite often be the difference between taking fish and not. It's always good to have these flies with UV material in it, and more natural versions as well. So we're just going to lay that tinsel against the hook, put a wrap over the top, pull it in a little bit, and then wrap up over the top all the way up to the bead. Now I'm doing that just to build a little bit of bulk. It's important you don't make this fly too fat. You want it to be relatively skinny to help with sinking, and the less bulk the quicker it will sink. However, you want to make sure that you've got a nice shape at the same time. The next thing to do is to take a section of copper wire. This is a medium. In all honesty, it could probably be a small wire. This is the only copper wire I've got at the moment, and it seems to work just fine, so we'll go with that. So I'm going to just slot that tinsel into the slot on the bead, and I'm going to wind all the way down to secure that, sorry, not tinsel, that wire. I'm going to secure that in like so. Now I want to build a taper in the shape of the body, so I'm going to take my thread all the way to the front where the bead is. I'm going to take my thread back down 3/4 of the way and back up all the way, always in touch and turns, back down halfway, and then all the way up to the bead, and then I'm going to take it back down 3 or maybe 4mm just to create, in fact probably about 3mm, to create enough space for my thorax. So now we've got our tinsel, we've got our wire, and we've got our pheasant tail. First material to come up is the pheasant tail. I'm going to wind this away from myself, and that's in order to secure it using counter wraps, which I'll explain when we bring the wire up. Tail fibre. So I'm going to wind that pheasant tail fibre in the opposite way to the other materials. I'm going to bring it all the way up. You might want to use hackle pliers if you find this a bit fiddly. All the way up, and then when I get to the bead I'm going to cross over it with my thread to secure it. A couple of wraps on top, fold it back, a couple of wraps in front, and then another couple of wraps on top, and that'll make sure it's nice and secure before I trim it away. And I'm going to bring my thread back down just to create again that little 2 or 3 mil area for tying in the rest of the materials. The next material to bring up, there's that broken fibre, let's break that away. The next material to bring up is our UV material. So I'm just going to cover the body with this basically, so wind it up. You can leave a little space which just creates kind of promotes that segmented shape. But don't be scared just to cover it. It doesn't, you know, you'll still see the pheasant tail through. Bring it up to the bead, again cross over it with your thread and just secure it in place. And the last material to bring up is our copper wire. Now I like to put a straight turn right at the back, and I'm going to try and just wind up through the segments, 3 or 4 turns. Once I get to this point I'm going to cross over it with my thread and bring it 90 degrees, and then I'm going to wrap over it 3 or 4 times, a couple of times in the front right at the bead, and I'm just going to wind that until it breaks off. So the last thing that we need to do is get our ice tub in. Now you don't need a lot, it goes a long way, so just a few strands, tiny little amount, dub it onto your thread. Now what I like to do is start behind the bead and work my way back. And then I bring my thread through it, which will stop it unravelling as you fish it. And then I'm just going to pull the material back and create a little pink collar. Now that's the reason that I use these different coloured threads, and you can change your thread colours, and it makes for a huge variety in terms of the different the types of fly that you can put in your box. The last thing to do is just whip finish. I always do 2 for security, so first one on its own, second one with a little bit of varnish just on the thread. That just means the knot's nice and secure before you cut it away. And that's it, the UV Frenchie. Try it during the trout season. Definitely try it during the grayling season. Tie it in different sizes, different beads. I'm sure you'll have great success. Tight lines.